Okay, we are back with 1111, picking up where we left off. It looks like it's sending us back a teensy bit from the last save point, but we should be able to get there pretty quickly. It's Elijah Wood. POW camp.
I'd also forgotten that Kurt had given me his address, back in Vimy. He lived on a
Kurt's
farm,
our
and I was
German
due to be transferred out
protagonist.
to the country. It gave me an idea, and I knew just the man who could help. Yes.
Actually, maybe I didn't lose progress. We'll see. I don't think we got to
Dear
this part.
Catherine, 4 months of asking and still they do not grant my leave. All that is left
So
is
World
my
War
duty
One
now.
walking
I wake
simulator.
some mornings forgetting why I came here in the first place. The only thing that keeps me going,
Elijah
the
Wood,
only
a
light I
famous
see are
German
these
actor.
letters home to you and our darling daughter. The weather here has
Prolific
turned a lot
German
colder.
actor.
I ride surrounded by snow. Please tell Lucy.
Home soon. Try not to make promises. Let's just not say either. Receive word from Max. I'm sure he's fine. Can't pick gas mask. Focus on Harry. The cat is still with me. Glad we saved the cat. I was really stressing out about that last episode. I think I'm going to pick the cat option. Let's do cat. Send. Perfect.
So I had Kurt's address, and was to be transferred to the country the next day. If anyone knew how to change a movement order, it would be my friend Julian.
Change the address on your movement orders. Impossible. You're crazy. You can try, but it's your funeral, Birdman. Follow me.
Oh, you fool. Follow him. Some of the buttons, okay. Great. Basically, him and the German soldier we were just seeing fell into a hole
Right in the cabinet
in a
at the
battle
back.
and
But
became
that's the
friends. They had to
officer's
survive
course.
together
You're not
for
getting
a
in there
couple
without
weeks.
a damn good distraction.
And they've been corresponding since.
Soccer. I hadn't played since I was at school. I hated sports.
He's a
I was
Canadian
never any
soldier.
good at them. But, for my plan, I didn't need to be.
Weitergehen. Du hast hier nichts verloren. Kein
Try to infiltrate the officers' quarters and change my transfer order. Ball stuck on the roof. Well, we know who's good at that.
Du, Gefangener! Weg von dem Zaun oder ich schieße!
Roger, Roger. See if I can find where the missing ball is here.
No more football for us. A ball stuck on the roof.
Got this. Elijah Wood got a pet pigeon in the
I can't believe it, Harry.
area underneath the trench, and Kurt got a kitty.
You want to play? Come on.
I'm really bad at playing.
Okay, wait until I'm ready, and then shoot.
Hit it, bird. Oh, I was supposed to mash it. Way to
One
go.
lucky kick was all I needed, and I got it. That ball was my way in.
Oops. Ew. There's lore over here. Hold on. British discharge. I need to get all 4 to be able to read it, though.
Was zum Teufel soll das? Hier liegt überall Glas. Schon wieder dieser dämliche Ball.
This is fine.
Jeden Tag immer das Gleiche.
Oh shit. Well. And then Frodo died.
Jeden Tag immer das Gleiche. Verfluchter Krieg.
Is this gonna be it? I think so.
I was on the train before I had the chance to finally read Julia's letters. I was so distracted. I didn't even care if I was going to Kurt's farm or not. My heart was pounding.
Hold it off.
Dear Harry, thank you for all the wonderful photos you send to me. I received no reply from my last letter. Please write back. My dearest Harry, I will not believe harm has come to you. I cannot bear the thought of a world without you in it.
When is she gonna leave? I feel like it has to
love
happen.
you. Julia.
And for
I thought
the
it was
first
about I love
time,
you, but
those letters carried the scent of her sweet, sweet perfume. I had to get home.
It had been nearly a year since I had seen my home, since I had seen my family.
Kurt still hasn't found his son.
I could not sleep.
Although it seems really likely
At
that he's
home,
dead.
I dreamt of war. At war, I dreamt of home.
Seven months until peace. I was just doing Harry, so let's do Kurt. End up doing both
As
of
long
them
as I
anyway.
was home, I would take care of my family. I had 10 days at home and barely knew where to begin. I knew only that Lucy needed me.
End up having named the cat.
I could not even bring myself to enter my son's room.
Just gonna sit on this chair for a second. A pretty nice house. We haven't seen this before. We opened with Kurt working in a Zeppelin factory.
Hast du ihn gefunden?
Oh. The fact that she's coughing is probably a bad sign.
Mama sagt, du erzählst nicht gerne vom Krieg. Warum, Papa?
Sorry, I have to find all of these things.
Mama sagt, wir haben nichts zu essen, weil Krieg ist. Warum braucht der Krieg das ganze Essen, Papa?
It's a good question.
Hat Lotti dir im Krieg geholfen, Papa?
To get the bread too. Okay. So
Ist
leave all
Lotti
these
eine
drawers
deutsche
open.
Katze, Papa? Was hat sie in Frankreich
And
gemacht?
they named the cat Lottie. Okay, that's cute.
Meinst du, ich kann auch mal in den Krieg, Papa?
I think he's just weirdly ignoring her the whole time.
Ich will auch gegen den Feind kämpfen. Wie du.
No, you don't.
Ich hab solchen Hunger, Papa.
I'm working on it. I don't know where the bread is. It's in here somewhere.
Wenn wir den Krieg gewinnen, gibt es dann wieder Essen? Was hältst du von dem Namen Lotti, Papa? Passt er zu ihr?
Like the name Lottie.
Baust du immer noch an der Flugmaschine?
Let's talk to her here.
Papa, können wir Lotti für immer... Ich will kein Messer, Papa!
I don't want a knife.
Erzählst du mir eine Geschichte?
Somebody just had to sit it down there, right? Ah,
Ich möchte eine große Scheibe, Papa.
okay, yeah.
Es tut mir leid, Liebes. Dieses Stück Brot muss lange reichen.
Mama sagt, du erzählst nicht gerne vom Krieg. Warum, Papa?
That's a big slice of bread.
Mama hat gesagt, du hättest... Mama sagt, du erzählst nicht gerne vom Krieg. Warum,
Here,
Papa?
have a slice of bread.
Danke, Papa.
Coughing is not a good sign
Du
in
hast mir
fiction.
gefehlt.
That kid is dying.
Ich habe Dr. Siegfrieds Stethoskop aus dem Dorf mitgebracht. Für Luzi. Luzi, hast du dein Brot gegessen?
Literally just got it.
Wir brauchen Feuerholz, Kurt.
Alright.
Oh, wir brauchen frisches Wasser aus dem Brunnen, Kurt. Holst du bitte etwas?
Well water and firewood.
Things were different at home. Weird. We have all changed, I fear. Maybe it was Lucy's illness. Maybe it was the war. But I never mentioned Max, for I could not speak of my failure.
This goes in the oven. Water from the well. He did join the military to try to find his son, and never did that, sadly. Where he goes here, I guess that makes sense.
I did what I could, but we remained hungry.
Bummer.
To most on the Allied side, Germany was a machine, efficient and relentless. But there were people starving on that train, people that needed help.
Ich habe solchen Hunger.
Hast in diesem Wagen nichts verloren, Gefangener? Raus hier!
Sorry. Get to the military car. Okay.
Geh weg! Geh weg!
I remember a carriage of wounded German soldiers. Some gestured to me for food.
I don't have any.
I wasn't the hero Julia thought I was. I couldn't help these people.
Don't eat my pigeon.
But I could take photos. One day, I thought, when I'm back in Canada, I'll show people what happened.
Was glotzt du so? Geh weg!
You know, they let the prisoners walk around, as long as we don't cause trouble.
So lasse ich mich nicht fotografieren.
That's why I'm taking the picture.
Was ist los? Essen! Bitte! Ich habe solchen Hunger!
Keep wanting right trigger to be take picture.
And as I took those photos, I wondered, had my plan to get to Kurt's farm even worked?
Good question. I'm gonna have to find out.
I remember that little girl so clearly. She was alone, and she was hungry. I couldn't just leave her. Maybe the adults on board could spare a little food.
All seem to be starving themselves. I didn't realize that in World War One, this was an issue. Does it make sense? Rationing's a thing.
Whoever that chocolate belonged to, they'd be happy to feed a starving child. Or that's what I told myself anyway.
Alright. She'll be fine. Oh, it's a lighting effect. Okay. It's the little girl.
Schokolade? Hey, hat Schokolade! Schokolade! Bitte! Was ist? Mörder! Du hast hier nichts verloren. Raus hier!
Here you go.
Oh, danke für die Schokolade.
Even just for a moment. Even just for that little girl. I was a hero. And for some reason, it reminded me of the man whose life I accidentally saved. The man I accidentally sent Allied intelligence to. The German and his cat.
Saved a lot of lives, though. Was a kitty dissolve? Hey. I like how the kitty's kind of chubby now. I'm excited to play that Kowloon Walled City game. You play as a kitty.
Kätzchen. Hier, Lotti. Was machst du hier, Lotti?
A little Zeppelin.
Hier, Kätzchen. Lotti.
But we will.
Komm hierher.
Oh, poor kitty. Oh shit.
I did what I could.
Hey.
These kitty scenes are always so scary.
Kurt, komm schnell! Wir brauchen dich!
Oh.
So we used this earlier in the trenches.
I wish I knew how to help my little girl. I came home to see my wife and my daughter, to spent time with my family.
But she didn't die while he was
and yet
gone.
None of us spoke. I thought I could come home from the war. I thought I could leave it behind. But I understand now, Katrin, and I'm sorry. I can never leave the war behind. The war follows me wherever I go.
Oh, that's in Max's room. Interesting. Is that the door? Oh. That's cool. Haha, nice.
Sure enough, I found myself on Kurt's doorstep. I didn't know how he'd react. It's one thing being friends with the enemy in a tunnel underground, but another being friends out in the open.
Right.
I needn't have worried, though. Kurt and his family were kind to me. They took me in, gave me a bed to sleep in, cooked me meals. In return, I helped out on the farm and did what I could around the house. A few days later, Kurt took me to a nearby village. There were things his family needed. Lucy, his daughter, was sick. And Germany was struggling to feed itself by that time. Everyone was hungry.
This game's really pretty. Just did Kurt, so we'll start with Harry this time.
So while I looked for food, Kurt looked for medicine for his little girl.
You learned any
Kurt
German
trusted
yet?
me with one of his ration tickets, but people weren't too friendly.
Maybe there'll be a bird minigame from up here later. Oh, and I can control the cat. Perfect. What's the cat up to?
I couldn't believe Kurt still had that cat. She was a funny little creature. You could often see her on the rooftops, chasing birds, I guess.
The very long-lived outdoor war cat. Optional pickups with the kitty. All right. Kitty events have been cute so far, but I find that this game has been definitely using them to, like, surprise you with something dark. There's a really pretty, like, box art scene with the, like, tree in the battlefield. Cat triggered that one, if I recall. Good job, kitty. Okay, I think I got everything.
Entschuldigung, Mama hat gesagt, kein Essen ohne Marke.
Okay. So do they start on the opposite sides of where they're supposed to be? Gotcha. Dr. Siegfried.
Warum hat er zu? Er hätte längst öffnen müssen.
Gut. Ich habe das von Dr. Siegfrieds Junge und Klaus' Bruder gehört. So viel Leid, so wenig Freude. Wann ist das alles denn endlich vorbei? Hoffentlich bringst du mir eines Tages gute Neuigkeiten über meinen Gregor.
Kurt,
Yeah, I'm trying.
ich habe Klaus das von seinem Bruder erzählt. War das richtig? Jetzt ist er völlig verzweifelt. Gebrochen. Hätte ich nur nichts gesagt. Aber ich danke dir, Kurt. dass du uns die Wahrheit gesagt hast.
He found out about a whole bunch of folks from his town dying, but Max was conspicuously missing.
Hey, Kurt. Schön, dich zu sehen. Heute ist mein letzter Tag. Morgen muss ich zurück. Henriette hat mir von meinem Bruder erzählt. Unfassbar, dass er nicht mehr da ist. Jetzt mache ich mir nur noch Sorgen um meine Familie. Wir schaffen das doch, oder?
Hey.
Hey. Elijah Wood has better have learned some German at this point. He's been a POW for like close to a year, I think. Alps Village. Maybe I'll get enough of these to be able to read a lore object. I get why they split those out the way they did, but it's kind of a bummer. If you don't get all of them, you can't read anything.
Moment, ich komme schon.
So.
Ich kann nicht glauben, was von heute in einer Woche ist sein Geburtstag. Er war kaum alt genug, um zu kämpfen.
Sorry, dude.
Die Kopfwunde meines Sohnes. Er sieht so anders aus. Dr. Siegfried hat sein Bestes getan. Aber mein Sohn kann in keinen Spiegel sehen. Vielleicht kann der Doktor Luzi helfen. Hast du ihn gefragt?
I'm trying. Ui.
Ich halte es nicht mehr aus. Ich kann nicht mehr.
Mit dir spielen wir nicht mehr, Kurt. Du bist einfach zu gut.
That's fair. But can Harry play? Probably.
Die finden das gar nicht komisch, wenn man hier reingeht. Glaub's mir. Hey Kurt, geht's dir gut? Du weißt doch, du kannst hier nicht rein.
Angel women. Huh, I wonder what that's in reference to. Probably won't find all the pieces of that.
Entschuldigung. Mama hat gesagt, kein Essen ohne Marke.
Harry can get the ticket. Can he gamble away the ration ticket with the slap card game?
Was haben wir denn da?
Das ist der Kriegsgefangene, der Kanadier.
Ist er nicht ein hübsches Kerlchen? Sag sowas nicht, Edith. Das ist der Feind. Er ist ein Mörder.
Ach, Mörder oder nicht, er ist ein sehr stattlicher junger Mann. Mehr sag ich ja nicht.
This is German ration ticket, not yours. You bet ticket, then we play.
Frieda, dein Englisch ist ausgezeichnet.
If you win, you get
Text
food.
is red, that means
If you
Harry
lose,
can
we
understand
get
it.
ticket.
Or means the
Come
currently
play.
controlled character can understand it.
Good. Ticket on table.
Nicht vergessen, Edith. So wie wir es geübt haben.
Was? Hat er gerade gewonnen? Was? Hat er gerade gewonnen?
Easy peasy.
Wie kann der so schnell sein?
It has to be after number 5, right? The speedy
Na
Canadian.
Toll, er hat gewonnen.
Reingefallen, Wanze. Wir haben gar kein Essen.
Oof.
Eine Essensmarke? Wir haben noch ein Leib. Nur für Sie.
Thanks.
I finally found a loaf of bread. Food for Kurt's family.
Now we
Alles
just
kommt wieder in Ordnung.
find the Dr. Siegfried. Oh, probably in the apothecary, right?
Wir nehmen heute keine Patienten auf.
Ah.
Kurt, wie schön dich wiederzusehen. Dieser Krieg.
No, it's not.
Nicht einfach, hm? Zumindest wurde Jonas anständig begraben. Dank dir, Kurt. Jonas hat uns vielleicht verlassen, aber deine Tochter ist noch bei uns. Diese Pflanze könnte helfen. Koch sie in Wasser, gib Luzi den Sud zu trinken.
Hope it helps.
Entschuldige mich, Kurt. Ich möchte allein sein. Viel Glück, mein Freund.
Now I could take care of Luzi. I could work on my plan for Harry.
What's your plan for Harry?
It was then Kurt showed me his plan. Seemed like he wanted to build a balloon.
Yeah, because he worked in his Zeppelin
At the time,
factory.
I had no idea why. A real hot air balloon. And he wanted my help.
Interesting.
Come mit, Harry.
I sure hoped Kurt knew what he was doing.
Oh, I think I know where the other fabric was. One was on the roof from earlier, right? Yeah.
Hey, was soll das denn werden? Hey, was soll das
I
denn
need a
werden?
distractor.
Ich mache Pause. All das hier aufzuräumen ist harte Arbeit.
Probably need the kitty to distract her.
Hey, was soll das denn werden?
Yeah. Yep, there's the fabric that I need. Well, the kitty might just be for the optional pickups, so let's see. I'll talk to her.
Was gefunden?
Yeah, I gotta get up there somehow. Wouldn't do that.
Kommt nie wieder. Ist für immer fort.
Can I have this fabric?
Raus aus meinem Garten.
Sorry. Sorry. I will
Du
take
hast mir meinen Sohn geraubt, Mörder. Es gibt nichts, was du mir noch antun kannst.
Aw, sad. I assure you, Elijah Wood didn't kill anybody. He's just taking pictures. Or she'll reply if I gotta take her picture.
Hey.
Bird allowed to move it, maybe.
Keine Sorge, Kurt. Das schaffe ich schon.
Ah, sure. That makes sense. It's a fabric.
The inn opened its doors to the public. I knew Kurt was looking for a barrel. This was good timing. But would they let me in? I was the enemy, after all.
Tavern.
Vor dem Krieg konnte ich immer schlafen. Das ist vorbei.
Was passiert, wenn wir einfach nicht zurückgehen?
The guy was turning to me to talk while he was doing the drinking animation.
Schön, dich wiederzusehen, Kurt. Ich hoffe, Luzi geht's besser. Wie fühlst du dich? Endlich wieder zu Hause. Es heißt ja, der Krieg hinterlässt unauslöschbare.
The innkeeper sure seemed good at talking, and Kurt gave him someone to talk to. The perfect distraction.
Ruh dich mal aus. Besuchst.
Was
machst du hier?
Ah.
Raus hier.
Then I died.
Stimmt das? Du siehst etwas müde aus, Kurt. Schläfst du genug? Ruh dich mal aus. Erzähl mir doch mal von deiner Katze, Kurt. Es heißt, du hast sie im Niemandsland gefunden. Unglaublich. Eins muss ich ihr lassen. Sie hat echt Glück. Ich habe das von deiner kleinen Luzi gehört, Kurt. Hoffentlich geht's ihr bald besser. Der Sohn eines Mannes in Dornhan war auch krank. Er hat sich komplett erholt. Hast du das vom Roten Baron gehört, Kurt?
Nice, they do.
Remember, I had no idea what was going on. What use did Kurt have for a balloon?
Good question.
But whatever I said on the long walk home, Kurt's response was always the same. He pointed toward the sky.
So that is what happened, Katrin. I took these things from the village. I made a plan to help the man who I believed to be a hero, to repay my debt for the time he saved my life, and for the time he sent Allied intelligence to help me. I wanted to build a balloon for him. I wanted to send him home, to set him free.
I like these landscape scenes. I think the impressionist filter looks really good with them.
Before I met Kurt, I imagined any German would kill me as soon as look at me. And I guess that's because of the stories I was told, you know? To folks back home, he would have been an evil Hun. But he was also a father. He was also a husband. And he was also my friend.
That's nice. Valiant Hearts did this pretty similar tone. I like that game as well.
But I was too quick to trust the Canadian. Too quick to call him a friend.
Oh.
I see now how foolish I've been.
Uh-oh.
I see now I was wrong.
That's unexpected. Where's that gonna go?
Kurt wanted to build a balloon, and I think he meant to build it for me.
Kurt wants to move this into the barn. It's not a good sound.
Something was wrong. My daughter didn't normally call out like that. She didn't make a fuss.
What is it? Picture? Oh. Forgot about that.
At the time, I thought maybe there'd been an accident and he needed my help. It never occurred to me that I'd done anything wrong. It just never occurred to me.
Harry! Das ist er.
Oh.
Das ist er. Das ist mein Sohn. Und du hast dieses Bild gemacht.
Oh, wow.
Du warst
I thought it was just it was violence. Wow.
Du Mörder!
Interesting.
I was as surprised as Kurt. I didn't know who Max was. It's like the picture of his son triggered something in him. Flipped a switch. You could see it in his eyes. Before we knew it, he packed up early, went back to war, and took a bunch of my photos with him.
Germany is interested only in its final push on the Western Front. They believe they can take Paris.
Play the cat balloon game, Leon.
I've not come here for Paris. By chance, I've been reunited with Franz. I haven't seen him since Vimy. Franz is built for war. Cold and detached, he sees the Tommy as vermin.
That scene where you take that picture is really well done because they didn't draw. I mean, there was attention drawn to it, and then it was violent and scary.
He will be a valuable ally. He has agreed to help me find the man in the picture.
So that was it. Kurt left. Me? I resolved to build that balloon. I didn't know if I could do it without Kurt, but I knew I had to try. It was a long shot, but I didn't want to spend the rest of my life in Germany. And back home, there was Julia.
That's the real... 5 months until peace. Just did Harry, so let's do Kurt.
I will find out the truth about Max. I promise, Katrin.
Wir müssen über die Brücke, bevor
I think we walked away from that scene.
As we move against the Allies, as everyone focuses on the attack, I focus on one thing. I focus on the man in the picture. I will find him for you, Katrin. And I will find the truth.
He's kind of a scumbag. Well, not like that, I won't. That's a cool way to indicate get to cover.
Das ist ein Breitbandfunkgerät. Vielleicht findest du etwas über die Alliierten heraus. Wir müssen über die Brücke, bevor sie zerstört wird.
He's not gonna know what that means, right? I don't think so.
Wir müssen über die Brücke, bevor sie zerstört wird! Gut, wir müssen sofort Verstärkung anfordern! Beeilung! Fordere den Luftangriff an, bevor sie die Brücke sprengen! Beeilung, gut! Die sprengen die Brücke gleich in die Luft!
Got it.
Die Luftunterstützung ist da. Flugzeuge in Reichweite und einsatzbereit.
Los, los, los! Die Brücke gehört uns!
Bridge might blow up here. At the same moment.
I was always grateful to Katrine. Even after everything that happened, she let me stay in the house. Maybe she just liked the company. I don't know. I helped in whatever way I could, and the three of us kind of fell into a routine.
Ich hab Hunger.
Hey.
Noch keine Nachricht von Kurt heute. Ich versuche mir keine Sorgen zu machen.
Sorry. He hasn't learned a word of German.
Ich habe Hunger, Harry. Ist noch Brot da?
What was last time? wonder if Kurt's gonna die in his revenge
Du bist
mission.
lustig, Harry. Du bist so albern und du bringst mich zum Lachen. Eine große Scheibe, eine große Scheibe. Du bist nicht wirklich ein Feind,
You're
oder,
not really the
Harry?
enemy, are you?
Danke, Harry.
That day, the postman gave me a letter. And for once, it wasn't from Julia. The postmark was from Newport, in Belgium.
Ein Brief für Harry Lambert.
Harry, my boy. It took me forever to track you down.
This motherfucker.
I've thought of you often since Passchendaele. And I'm sorry, Harry.
Oh,
for
interesting.
everything. For dragging you into this war. For leaving you there. I swore to protect you and I failed. An officer is only as good as his men. And you are the finest of men, Harry. If you'll take one final order...
Says that
from
they're
the
not going to
old
make him a
Major,
comic
it's
book
this.
villain, right? It's inconsistent
Go
with the message
home,
of the rest of the game.
The first chance you get. Go home to your girl. You've got the uniform now. I know it's the only reason you joined. She'll love it. With respect and friendship. Barrett.
The Major? Last time I saw him was when the shell hit at Passchendaele. I couldn't believe he survived it. I guess what they said in the trenches was true. The war just couldn't kill him.
Don't you know that Kurt's off
Hast
to
du
murder
etwas
him?
von Papa gehört? Du und
Work on the
Papa
balloon was
bleibt
slow.
immer Freunde. Das weiß
I
ich.
had no idea what I was doing.
Anyone can build a balloon. Thanks, bird.
Ich will nicht, dass der Krieg aufhört, weil du dann nach Hause fährst.
It's gonna be ballast or something. Wow, that is a giant apple. They had to make some objects larger than normal so that they would show up in the impressionist filter, like the playing cards.
Lucy braucht ihren Vater. Sie muss wissen, dass er in Sicherheit ist. Ich weiß nicht, was wir ohne sie machen würden, Harry. Ich hoffe, Kurt verzeiht mir, dass ich sie hier im Haus behalte.
Happy to help. I didn't understand anything you just said, since it was all in red. Oh boy.
Damn crate?
Crate's in the way. He's doing a pretty good job.
Understood Kurt's plans, but he did, wherever he was.
Looks pretty good to me. Guess I don't know anything about balloon craft. These Zeppelins they crashed trying to refine the initial design of
the
the
offensive
one.
of Paris failed.
Is that the Withers your
We
problem
are
one?
forced to retreat to Germany. Yet today, I made progress for the first time.
About how bad they were
I
dealing
know
with
his name
Zeppelins.
now.
Prisoner may know something. I listened to that one recently. That was one of the ones where they really struggled to stay on topic. I think the top comments, like, this is titled the Hindenburg, and they start talking about the Hindenburg at
Du suchst nach
the
den
2-hour
Kanadiern?
mark.
Da hinten haben wir einen zurückgelassen.
But they talk about Zeppelins in general up to that point, so.
Geh lieber nicht weiter.
Every Canadian I capture either claims ignorance or simply misunderstands. They all look at me as if I'm some kind of madman.
Not Canadian.
But this one understood. And this one recognized the man in the picture.
The episode's kind of about how Zeppelins are stupid. Comparably stupid to helicopters. I guess helicopters are a little bit more useful, but... Nice.
Help! Help! Somebody, please! Please, don't kill me! I'm no threat to you! Is that Major Barrett? I don't know where he is, I swear!
Barrett, Katrin. His name is Barrett.
I daydreamed a lot back then. If I could finish that balloon, I thought, maybe somehow I could escape. Maybe somehow I could get back to Julia.
Wondering now if it's an end with Harry staying and kind of taking care of the family here. Or dying in his revenge mission. He's still actually looking for his sons. It's not clear yet. It's ridiculous.
As the months went by, Katrine kept me updated about Kurt. She'd point to maps to show me where he was, explain as best she could. Kurt sure didn't give up easy.
You should try learning some German, Harry. I guess it's only been a couple months, but I feel like you can learn a lot if you're, like, immersed like that, right?
Kurt, das ist Ihr Übersetzer. Was für ein Glück. Bring ihn zum Reden, Kurt. Der hier versteht jedes Wort.
Was wollen Sie denn von mir? Bitte, ich habe einen Sohn. Ich habe das Foto noch nie gesehen. Das schwöre ich. Moment, das ist doch Major Barrett. Sind Sie hinter dem Herr?
Er weiß etwas. Man sieht's an seinen Augen.
Angeblickt ist er durchgedreht. Er würde abgezogen.
Droh ihm, Kurt. Er hat Angst.
Er ist jetzt am Meer stationiert, in Newport. Mehr weiß ich nicht.
He is in Newport, Katrin, and I will find him. I will find Barrett. It's only a matter of time.
Katrine showed me the letter. Kurt's search for Barrett had led him to the Belgian coast. He'd found him. Whatever Kurt's plan was, it wasn't going to end
The characters look different in-game in these cutscenes and in the
she
little
begged
corner
me to save her
portraits.
husband. I didn't know if I could find Kurt.
Corner portrait looks
Hell,
like the actual voice
didn't know
actors.
if I wanted to. But I did have the balloon. And one crazy idea.
Oh shit, it's all gonna come together.
I suppose they will call me a deserter now. But I never cared for this war anyway. I only ever cared for Max. Our son, my boy.
Katrine gave me a map of Europe and Kurt's old hunting rifle. I don't know which one of us was more surprised that the balloon even floated.
Seems really dangerous. I would be terrified. Hey! Alright, so this seems like we're getting close to the end of the game. I want to make sure we have plenty of time to finish. This is also a save checkpoint, because sometimes you get set back in time. So we have about 5 minutes left, but I think I'm going to wrap there, Leon, and then next episode I'll make sure I block some additional time to go over to make sure we beat it on your next sub-block, if that works for you. Let me pick somebody to start here.
I flew all night in that balloon.
And then
Don't know how,
close out once this
but
ends.
I got there. I was back at war.
All right, future Marstead, you're in this new chapter. You're in the balloon. Do stuff in the balloon. Kurt is trying to find Major Barrett because the picture that Harry took back at the very beginning of the game was of him threatening to execute Max, his son. And Harry's got a balloon that Kurt helped him build, so he's going to go try to find him. Good luck. All right, next up is Ender Lilies. Give me a few minutes to get it set up here.